Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? It's that rockin' Thursday again, and it's a week before Christmas. So, hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hello, Russ. Hello, Lorraine, Christy, Sharon, Sherry R, Mateo. What's up? Cecilia. Turn that down because of the echo. Coded instructions. What's going on, Lorraine? Lene, Suzanne. So give it a minute here. There he is, Patty B Gaming, the one and only. Hi, Ida. What's going on, Steve's girl? Christy, Linda, Cecilia. Glad everybody's rolling in. Give it another minute or so. I've got some. We finished. Rebecca and I finished our 4 Boggy Creek blankets. Well, 2 apiece. We've got those finished. Just Fluffy. What's going on, Fluffy? So we got those. We got those done. They're actually going to be shipped out tomorrow. As always, Rebecca was faster than me getting hers done. I was actually sewing in ends right up to the last minute today. Like 10 minutes before the live came up, I was sewing in ends. So that's how close we did it today. I hate sewing in ends. So, and tonight we're gonna have after I kind of go through a couple of things. Tonight we're gonna have one of my friends, a good friend, is gonna come on with us tonight and hang out for a little bit. So it may go over a little bit tonight, because we're gonna have a guest. And he's running around in the audience saying hello to people. So we shall see him in a little bit. I hope everybody's doing okay. What's going on, Don? Yeah, I'm cool with doing the work, but weaving in the ends and stuff, no. I mean, I don't like them hanging there. I mean, but weaving in the ends, Oh, Rebecca is in the command chair. So what I'll do is we've got a bunch of people in. So let's get to this. Let's get rocking and rolling. So first of all, the 2 look, Mom, no hands. How you doing? So I got sidetracked. The rocking crocheter does that sometimes. So the first blanket, I think you guys have all seen. But it's all done. Ends are all sewed in. This one's ready to go. So this is my Boggy Creek, my kaleidoscope blanket. So this one's going tomorrow. So this one came out. This one came out good. I like the colors with this one, and I like that pattern. It's Fiber Spiders pattern, and I like it. It works up actually really fast. So gotta give props to the spider. That's what kind of a day it's been. I gotta give props to Fiber Spider on this one because this one came out nice. So the black, I like the black because it makes the other colors pop. And it was like a little dark. It looks a little darker. I mean, more if it's going to Boggy Creek, like a little boy, I think would like this one. So I got that one, and then the other one that I really enjoyed doing this one. This one's a pattern from Juan. I watched one of his tutorials. This is my first C2C blanket. So I have this one still needs to be like blocked, but this is my first C2C blanket. So I did the C2C, put in the stripes, used peacock for the majority of it, and then around the edges, I put the spike stitch to give it some pizzazz. So I put the spike stitch and then went around with half double crochets all the way around to finish it off. So those are my two Boggy Creek blankets. So Rebecca's gonna slide over here real quick and show hers off because hers came out really good.
Hi, everyone. It's good to see everyone. Happy pre-holiday. Okay, this is my first blanket. I thought the colors would be nice. This is rust with your blue.
This is that's worst to date. That's the
no, this is the
yeah, that's Herrschners.
No, this is not Herrschners. This was with the blue the one
it's Herrschners.
No, it wasn't.
He said it's Herrschners.
It wasn't Herrschners. He sent me one the blue yarn that you sent me. I mixed it with the similar yarn. It wasn't Herrschners. It was
Herrschners.
No, it wasn't.
No, that one's Herrschners.
The blue one wasn't. It wasn't Herrschners. It was from Joann's. What is it called?
Joann's.
Yeah.
I love this yarn.
No,
that's Hobby Lobby.
Come on. It was the yarn from Joann's. So I got the similar yarn, and I thought I would make it look like a crayon.
Like a box of crayons.
Like a box of crayons it could be a girl or a boy. It didn't matter. But I thought that would be nice. And then I did the ends and just kind of did a double crochet. And then this one was the Herrschner one that he put in the box.
stand back from them.
Okay. And I did this, mixed it up. With and I wanted to do it a little bit of justice, so I did a double crochet with a hook, and then did a small edge on it. Okay. Thank you so much, Russ.
Yes, Russ. Thank you for the yarn. We appreciate it. So we got it all done, and that's going out tomorrow. So here's my two, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to be able to do both. I mean, I can send more. I actually got more, Russ.
Yeah.
Let me like pull out a couple colors here, and then we'll save the yarn haul to the next time. Because I got a Herrschners box.
Oh, here it is. I still have.
That's very blue.
It was the big twist, and you can see I still have plenty left to make another one. And so I mixed it with the big twist, that color crayon one. And all the yarn on that blanket was big twist.
And I couldn't remember the name. So we hadn't opened. I hadn't. Oh, what's up with that, Dawn? Dawn says, I need to move and you to take over. What's up with that? Man. So I did this before I got Russ's advent box and before I opened it. So he's going to laugh because, I actually got this before I opened my advent box. So I got the Herrschners Afghan, the red colorway. So it goes from brown to red to orange. So I got that, which will go with all the one from his advent box, and then I also got all of the greens. So I'm going to do something. I can do something with the greens. So I got the reds, the greens, and this one's kind of neat. I kind of like this one too. So I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be busy with this. So now we went from having no Herrschner's Afghan yarn to having buckets full. Like buckets full. So at least now I've got stuff to like, I can, because Russ's was a lot of the primary colors. So I've got that like in between shades to mix in. So I got those. This color I really liked. What is Fluffy just saying? Is Fluffy talking mess too?
Yeah.
Everybody's talking mess.
It's cute. You keep going, baby.
So I got this color. I really dug this color. They call it Morocco.
Uh-huh.
It's Herrschners Worsted
Oh,
8,
I like that one.
and it's the color is it's called Morocco,
Yeah.
but Moroccan, excuse me.
Mhm.
But I think it's a little more southwestern than
Moroccan.
Moroccan. I mean, I could be wrong,
Probably because it has
but
turquoise in the.
it's got the teals and the turquoise and the yellow and the white. So this one, I'm thinking maybe a blanket, and because it's the southwestern colors, I think this one, I think this one's going to come out really pretty. Like it's going to come out like a Mexican kind of blanket or a southwestern kind of blanket. So I'm excited for this one. So I got some of that. Give me a second, my friend, and then we'll get you up here. Just because I stir the pot at work sometimes, and we have a lot of Raiders fans and 49ers fans at work. But I used to live up in Washington, and it's all about the Seahawks. So I'm gonna make a hat and scarf out of the Seahawks colors. Go Seahawks! Even though I'm not a big football fan, I'm a huge soccer fan, but football, meh. So
Niners.
see, yeah, and Rebecca likes the Niners.
Niners and the
And then I've got 3 more to show, and then we'll get going on with our guest. I got this one. I've never used it, but the colors were really pretty. And this is a 4 hand wash, lay flat, 65 acrylic, 35% fine, superwash merino. And it called my name. I thought that was really pretty color. And it's Premier Spun Colors is what it is. And the colorway is Blue Ridge. I thought that was really cool. I like that. Yeah, it's a pretty color. It's got the blues and grays and golds. So this one I think is going to work up really nice. So I got that. And then it's not the last 2 skeins. There's a bunch of skeins in the box, but I got this Herrschners. And this is Serenity. And I don't know, it kind of went with it's a little more muted than the Moroccan. I really like the Moroccan. But this I think will be really pretty. And it's worsted 8. And it's a like, oh, they would have to do the white on the light blue. Oh man. And it's, let's see, 743 yards. So I really like this one. And this is a 4. Even though I can't see the label. Look at it. See? Look, there's the label. Come on, guys, write it in black. There's the label. It's like it blends in. So I've got those. That's part of the yarn haul. The other part is solid colors, worsted 8. Some of the solid colors. like the green to kind of go with this, because I wanted to do something southwestern, because we are in, California. So I mean, we tend to Rebecca and I tend to like the southwestern colors, and then the Go Seahawks colors. I'm sure Patty B Gaming is cringing on the Seahawks thing. So that's probably the last. I know we're not doing anything like next week, so that is probably the last yarn wall, the last yarn haul of the year. So thank you to Russ to turning me on to the Herrschners. I'm really liking it. So yeah, it was a good haul. I mean, I almost I'm not quite at the pallet load, but yeah, I did some damage. And that was due to someone who is an enabler and sent me a link for free shipping and 20% off. And I had it in my cart and I was like, it's gonna go. So, the enabler got me.
Yep.
Oh, and of course, Russ got a box like that yesterday. See, now I have to get real size bins, Russ. Time to put something in front of his face.
Oh, invite him in.
So, what I'm going to do is, if I know there's come here, babe. Loving or look, mom, no hands.
Yeah, you can invite him. This is what I started. It's that shawl that I was working on. I just started it, and it's with that.
That's Queensland yarn.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cussing too.
Hey. The cussing came when
she pulled it. She didn't go from the outside in.
I pulled it from the middle,
and it went crazy.
It slanted on me because I don't use the little. I like to put it in my chair and just pull it slowly, but it went crazy on me.
You can kind of see
I had to cut
what it kind of did.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was not happy. There was some awful Spanish words that were used.
Yeah, but it's working out nice, but yeah, I was not a happy camper. I'm just letting it go naturally where it lays.
So yeah, we've been tearing up these projects, trying to finish stuff, trying to get. I mean, I'm gonna start tomorrow with the Centro and work up some hats and work up some scarves. The one I know I posted the picture, and we were talking about kind of bougie yarn to kind of use, if you wanted to get like some bougie yarn. Um, I don't know if this constitutes bougie yarn, but it's kind of a better acrylic, which is the Jody Long. And this was kind of a color. This was kind of a color that um I don't know. It kind of grabbed me. I don't know why, because I'm not a pastel like person. So I'm gonna I'm gonna make a I'm gonna make I know I'm gonna make a scarf out of this one. I think it's gonna be a really pretty scarf. So, but that's the yarn I was talking about. And without further ado, um, what I'm gonna do is
You have to ask her.
Look, Ma, no hands. Are you still in the house? Not in the house. I mean, but when I call my son in a Spanish accent, he says, "What do I do?" My dad, when he would when I would get in trouble, um, he would go from I was in horrible trouble when he switched from English to Portuguese. As soon as he switched to Portuguese, it's over. Like it's done. I am in deep doo. So I know the feeling. So I know the feeling. Um, look, Mono Hands. I was gonna ask you. I'm actually inviting Russ, and I would like to, if you would like to come up with us and talk for a minute. I would be honored if you would. So, but that's up to you. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and if you would like, come up and say hey. Okay, because I know Russ is gonna pop in. Cool. Right on, look, my no hands. That's cool.
Give her a second, she said.
Hey, what's going on, Rob? There he is, the man with the plan.
Oh yeah, a messed up plan, but it's a plan.
Oh, you got me hooked up in the Herrschners. I got man.
I hold on just a second. I have to shut this. I got to shut this other thing off.
And then he runs away.
Nope. I'm trying to shut down my other YouTube.
Ah. So how you doing, Russ?
Boy, this ain't. It won't let
So
me shut it down.
you're off. You're off. Woo.
Okay. Technical difficulties. Okay. Now we should be okay.
Are we doing it? We're doing it. So how you been, my friend?
Tired. They have been working us so many hours.
Oh, so have we. Because everybody's trying to scramble. It's the end of the quarter, and everybody's trying to get stuff done by the end of the year. So it's been a mad dash. But this is always when it gets busy.
Usually it's slow for us, but everyone's trying to get rid of the corporate money that corporate gave them throughout the year.
Yeah.
So they either have to use it or they lose it.
Oh.
So they're ordering whatever they can. It's crazy.
How you doing?
Hey,
Hi, Linda.
how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
A lot better than last time I was up.
You were fine. You were fine. Are you crocheting?
I was just before I pulled up my iPad. I kind of switched my location within the room. So.
Got it. We were thinking about you the other day because I was watching, you were talking about trying to learn to like knit too. And I was watching this lady knit, and it may work to like put it on like because she had it stuck in her hip. So the needle was just sticking up, and she was doing it like with the needle like stuck in her hip.
Well, like when I crochet, I'm right dominant when I do writing and like painting and all that kind of stuff. So I hold my hook in the right foot, and then I use the left foot to tension the yarn.
Got it.
So I'm trying to figure out a way to still be able to tension the yarn and hold a needle with the left, because I'm so used to doing it where I just have the yarn to manage. I'm not sure if I have enough coordination. It's kind of like walking and chewing gum.
No, because I when I saw it, I was like, oh, I don't know if she saw it, but that's an idea to like have it on stuck on a board or something, so it's stationary.
And like one of the ladies
then do, because that's the way this lady was doing it.
One of the ladies that I crochet with at the local library was saying that I might have an easier time using circular needles rather than two separate ones, because it'll prevent the fabric from kind of moving around too much. So it'll just have to be something that I'm going to have to kind of chat with my aunt a little bit, because she does knitting. I'm the crocheter, she's the knitter. So I'll have to see if I can borrow some of her tools until I get a little bit more proficient with it.
Well, I know when I started knitting on straight needles, and as soon as I tried the circular needles, I ditched the straight needles. I was like, bye. These are going, someplace else. Yeah. Because it was smushing up, and I was having problems, and I didn't like the needles like hitting my arm, like hitting the backs of my arms. So with the smaller circular needles, it was a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Chowgoo shorties?
The little 4-inch ones. I've got a couple of the shorties. I've got them for doing hats.
Well, I have the interchangeable sets.
Yeah, I have the ones I have are interchangeable, but I have only I don't have the whole set of the Chowgoo, like the shorties. I have just the shorties I use for doing hats.
Yeah, I got both of the shorty sets.
See, I got that.
I have just about every Chowgoo needle that they have.
No, and I'm working on the furls. Oh, the shorty. Let me see if I have my.
I'm not a fan of furls.
I like them. Where is my knitting needles? What the shorties are, Zoila, is the regular ones are 4 and 5 inch. Oh no, those Zoila was asking. And and the shorties are a little smaller than that. They're like 3 inches, and they work really well for like doing hats. So you don't have the big, like, you're not trying to do it with a 3 inch or a 4 inch or a 4 inch or a 5 inch needle, like to get it around. So they're really good for doing sleeves and that kind of work. Linda, I was gonna ask you, and you don't have to tell me if I'm being too nosy.
Okay.
I saw we were watching one of your videos, and there was a Brazilian flag in the back. You're not Brazilian.
I'm not from Brazil. I have some friends that visited from Brazil that brought the flag for me.
Because I saw the flag. I saw the flags, and I'm like, what of my people?
No, actually, my dad's from Mexico.
Oh, right on.
Oh, very good.
Rebecca's half Mexican.
What part of Mexico?
Guanajuato.
Guanajuato?
Becky's family is from Aguascalientes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's half Mexican and half Puerto Rican. That's exactly what most people say too. Like
The internal struggles, right?
they're in for it.
That's awesome.
No, I saw the flag. My family's from the Azores, and that's where that name for the arenas came from. That's the island where my family's from. But one of my uncles migrated to Brazil, or immigrated to Brazil. So I actually have like first cousins and family in Brazil too. That's why when I saw the flag, I was like, ah.
All right, that's frustrating.
You didn't find yours? I know I set mine. I did the same thing. I set mine down, Russ, and like now I don't know where I stuck them. So no, not my furls. The Xiaogu.
And
I know they're in the case. Well, where's the case? That's the problem. Is no, that's my other crochet needles. Those are my other crochet hooks. Okay, this is quite the conundrum. So, what are you working on, Linda?
I'm working on a pattern that's kind of a throwback from a magazine that I had from 2017.
Oh, right on. And
it's the crochet magazine's called Crochet, and the pattern is supposed to be like a picnic blanket, a picnic throw. The pattern calls for using cotton yarn, but I'm just using up stash, so I'm using Karen Simply Soft.
I'm looking. Hang it, babe. Don't leave them hanging.
Okay. So how long have you been crocheting?
I learned how to crochet a little over 20 years ago, and then that was when I was in college. So, you know, it was just something that I picked up on a whim, but then I was a very studious college student and found, you know, I don't have time for a hobby because studying and homework and writing papers and doing presentations. So I kind of dropped it. And then about maybe 15 years ago, I picked it up again and have been crocheting since then.
Watch out, my tummy's going to be in the way.
Sorry. Now, do you crochet and do you sell your crochet, or do you do it as a hobby?
I do it mostly as a hobby. I've tried selling. I don't have like an Etsy shop or anything like that. I just kind of go through social media and kind of word of mouth through the neighborhood and stuff like that. So
I found you. Oh, not you, Linda.
Do you work also?
I worked for quite a few years as a kindergarten teacher, and
Oh,
then
wow.
about 10 years ago, I took some time away to be a stay-at-home mom and be more present with my son. And now he's no longer needing mommy all the time. He's an adult now, but I haven't gone back to teaching. I kind of fell out of love with it. So I guess you could kind of say I use the whole stay-at-home mom thing as like an excuse to step away.
You're talking to another retired teacher. I understand. I totally understand. I think he found it. Hold on.
Okay.
So we could get this explained. This is my set of chow goose. I have just the larger set. I didn't get the smaller. So my set's from 9 to 15. Here's the 11s. But my set is the 9 through 15, because those are the ones I tend to use the most. And what we were talking about the shorties is these are the interchangeable needles that I have. I have the bigger ones, the 5-inch. Yeah. And now I'm clicking on things. So with the shorties, what else the shorties? Where's the shorty ones? Yeah, so the shorty ones are a lot smaller. So they're easier to work up when you're doing like hats and sleeves and stuff. I can kind of see them on this. I want to say there's some that are a little smaller too.
Yeah, they've got the
Russ can confirm that one.
they have the 2 and 3 inch. So you've got here. So there's 12 tips right there. There's 12 sets of needles. They're interchangeable. They have the swivel cords. And so from tip to tip, they're only like 9 inches, between 8 and 9 inches. That's it. Great for socks, great for hats, great for mittens. I have both of them. So they have what's called an L set, which is the larger set, and then they have the S set, which is the smaller set. So it's just the smaller needles, like 3 through 7, I think. And then the L set goes from 8 to 13 or something like that.
Yeah, Patty just threw it up. He's actually taking off for a few weeks to go overseas. So
Nice.
while he's listening to us, he's packing.
Throw me in your suitcase.
Yeah, he's going over to the Philippines for a couple of weeks. What's that? What does that have to do with going on a trip?
No, this has to do with knitting.
Ah.
Oh, you have a grandson coming, don't you? A grandbaby?
Next month.
Congratulations.
Exciting.
But for knitters, most people probably know what this is if they knit. But inside there is little markers, and they're labeled with knitting stitches. So you have yarn overs, left increase, right increase. all kinds of things.
That's cool.
So that way, when you're doing lace, I love to do lace when I knit.
Mm-hmm.
You can slip those on your needles, so you know when you come to that spot, it's like, oh, I need to do a double decrease or I need to increase.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, where'd you get this? Where'd you get the set of those?
Actually, I bought 2 sets and put because bigger
Yeah.
projects you need more. Amazon.
Oh, right on. I'm gonna have to take a look.
Yeah.
As those I don't have. So since we were talking yarn earlier, so what's your favorite yarn, Linda?
That's like asking a mom which one is her favorite child.
Well, I know that, but I mean, we all throw out a couple of names, but there's usually distinctly one that's the favorite.
Or a few.
A few of your favorites.
Unpopular opinion, I kind of like Karen Simply Soft.
Oh.
Hey, that's what I made that corner to corner blanket out of.
I like the
Well,
drape.
it wasn't Simply Soft. It was just Karen.
Yeah, everybody says that Karen Simply Soft is too splitty, and I agree it's quite splitty, but I like the drape of it, so it's kind of a trade-off.
It does, like, for me it splits a lot. Like, but I'm a rough I think I'm a rough crocheter.
So what are some of the other ones?
So what's the other ones?
I don't have a lot of experience. I would love to say like Malabrigo or something fancy like that, because I have started getting a little bit more into the natural fibers and more wool. And I kind of prefer wool over acrylic.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with
But
you
not
on
the
that one.
scratchy stuff, Russ. You're in a camp all on your own with that one.
I had my hopes up.
I'm more of a merino girl, but hey.
I tend to stick with the merino, and pretty much because we had gotten some Noro. See, and look at even Russ cringed on that one.
It makes him twitch.
Like when you go into a yarn store, they have those really pretty like big cakes.
I know, I see those, and they're so expensive. But I'm like,
and they're expensive, and that's when I was like, you walk in the yarn store and the eyes twinkle, and it's like,
right,
ooh. And so I know we bought like 2 of them.
I had some Plymouth yarn that kind of mimicked Noro. Yeah. That I made a really nice poncho of my own design. I didn't have like a pattern or anything. I just kind of like went rogue with it, and it turned out really nice. And I'm like, I wonder if Noro would be even better.
Oh, Noro!
But my pocketbook says, "Girl, you keep dreaming."
Yeah, the Noro. I mean, I'm sure there is, because there's different Noro, just like all the yarns.
Right.
And then there's some that are like silk and other things.
See, you're talking my language there, because that,
But the wool one, I made a scarf with it, and oh man, if you went like this with the scarf, it would take off the skin on the back of your neck.
Don't make fun of my scratchy yarn.
That stuff was, man.
See, living in the Midwest, the scratchy yarn, I have PTSD from being a child and always being wrapped in a scarf that I couldn't adjust for myself, that was itchier than the day is long. So when it comes to wool and itchiness, I'm like, pulling out the cross and the holy water, because I'm like, get this stuff away from me.
I mean, and when I was a kid, when we used to go camping, my grandmother, I'm the one that always got this dang blanket. It was one of those Canadian, they're really nice. They're really nice blankets. They're gorgeous blankets. And it was those Hudson Bay, like wool, like heavy wool blankets that are just like, and my grandmother would always give that to me. Here's your blanket. And it's like, oh my gosh, that thing. It was warm. It was
That's what
was
she
warm
said.
as all get out, but oh, itchy. That Hudson Bay blanket. Oh
But remember,
man.
not all wool is like that.
No,
Right.
Yeah.
so Heidi over at Sunflowers Crochet, she crocheted me this beautiful blanket out of Noro. It feels wonderful. It's beautiful, and it's like, where did you find this Noro at? Because I've never found Noro that is like this.
Heidi's on in here.
Oh, is she?
Yes. Ask her.
Well, at least she knows that I love her blanket that she made me.
Mhm.
It's actually
Hey,
it's on the back
Fluffy.
of my chair.
Hey, Fluffy. Are you Canadian? Eh?
I love those
Are
scratchy,
we,
thick,
are we
heavy
getting in
blankets.
trouble?
Where's Fluffy?
No, I mean I've been all over. I've been all over BC and Alberta, like fishing and stuff. I went to the Calgary, the rodeo, and like all of that stuff. Canada's awesome. Some of the best fishing around. Not to get off of the point of yarn and stuff.
Going back to yarn.
No, just Fluffy said this is an A free zone. An
Yeah.
A free zone. Because like a lot of the Canadians,
A,
A.
A. Is Fluffy from Canada? No.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Yes, the Calgary Stampede. We went to that one year. We used to go all over the like Kamloops. Um, I was as far north
Calgary.
as was it
Canada's
Prince
awesome.
Rupert and Prince George, like way up north. I've been like all over Canada, like all over West Coast. And Linda, um, yeah, after after we get off, send me an email, please.
Sure.
It's on my website or on my website. On my
On
channel
your about
description.
page.
Yeah. Send me a email.
Sure.
And the I will say out of because there's more bougie yarn than what Malabrigo is.
Oh, I know. There's
Malabrigo is like the
is
gateway, the
it's
gateway
entry level.
to some of it. And yeah, when I started knitting, all of the knitting channels and stuff I was watching were talking about like Malabrigo and
Yeah, I'd love to
like
start working with
some of
some
those,
expression
and
fiber art,
it's
expression
like
fiber arts.
The
yeah, and
leading men fiber arts.
I have some yarn from Leading Men Fiber Arts, but the brand called Expression Fiber Arts.
all right on.
Those are just the colors are just beautiful. But the price is also equally well. I shouldn't say beautiful. The price is scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's some of it gets a little on the rich side.
Right.
I
I like
know.
Arcane Fiber Works is another one that I'd love to
Yes,
get a
I
hold of.
really like their stuff. Their stuff is
I
really good.
watch the dye videos that they do on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, that is amazing. That's like a
And,
whole another work of art unto itself.
And Kendall brought up one that I like too. I've never gotten any because it's actually more expensive than Malabrigo, which is Manos de Uruguay,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which is a little up from um, Malabrigo, but they're from
Well,
like the
and
same.
isn't like the kind of business practice of that is that they employ like indigenous peoples and like,
Yes.
so
Yes.
of course it's going to be more because, you know,
Yeah.
it's not just about making a profit for them. It's about supporting
No,
But
local
it's about
artists and
supporting
stuff.
the community.
Right.
that's right.
Because we were watching a
Special.
special, and it was like on like the Malabrigo factory, and the Malabrigo factory was in Uruguay.
Mhm.
It was like that's where they were doing all the dyeing and processing of the yarn. So it was really cool. Some really nice stuff. I have to throw this out there as Rena's. I like I don't
Yes, yarn.
I don't because she's got a couple different ones, and the fingering, the sport weight ones she have, I really like. But she's got a fingering and she's got a sport weight, and the sport weight ones are nice. I can actually use it. The fingering stuff is it's not
I can use
not happening.
And I'm the opposite. The bigger the yarn is, the more tired my toes get. I actually like using anything like 4 weight and smaller.
That's
wow.
I know that's I typically stick to now I know I 432 like DK worsted DK and sport weight. I can deal with because of and Russ got me hooked on the 2 weight.
Everyone's been blaming me. Everybody on the YouTube streets have been blaming me. Like, but
Oh, it's not blaming you, my friend. I mean, you got. I mean, there's a couple of the creators that you know got me going.
Have you
You
heard
know,
of the brand called Omega?
uh-uh.
It's a brand out of Mexico City,
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh.
and it they kind of specialize more in like the smaller weight yarn because a lot of their patterns are like lace and a lot more delicate kind of patterns. And they have cotton, I would say more like thread than yarn, called Rustica. It's real thin, and I like the one that has the sparkle in it.
I know. See, and I know it's roughly kind of the same thing. Because it's I'll make sense here in a second. As soon as I find this picture, it makes sense. Um, my tia used to crochet a lot, and when she passed, my cousin sent me over from Portugal something that my aunt crocheted. I'm trying to find a picture of it because it's done with like that string. That's what it made me think of was that more like the string kind of yarn, and that's what this is. It's like a table runner thing, and it's like that very lacy like string looking stuff. I probably could never do it. It's like it's way too fine. Have you done like like
I use some embroidery floss to do a pair of earrings that are like granny squares. So the squares came out to be maybe about 1.5 inches, maybe not even an inch. They were obviously for earrings, they can't be like massive. So
no?
I just did like a simple little granny square and put the earring findings on them, and they turned out pretty cute.
How nice.
Yeah, there
I,
was. Go
I
ahead,
have
Russ.
I have some they call spider's web, cow web, but it's actually a 0 weight yarn. It's really like thread. And you use it. The yarn that I have of that style is to make socks. It's awesome stuff. It's just really, really thin. And people that was asking me about the yarn that I was holding up, um, come on over. You have to come over to my channel. This is Matt's channel. I'm not going to take away from Matt. So you'll have to come over to my channel if you want to see what that yarn is about. I was just trying to make Matt giggle.
See, the one I was thinking, Linda, when you were saying about it, is this is a like a table runner my Tia made.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's beautiful.
beautiful.
And it's kind of that like string weight kind of like stuff. I mean,
I
it's
bet it.
very, very. You can see on
Yeah,
the
that's
on the
gorgeous.
close-up.
I bet
It,
it's the
it's really, really thin.
bedspread cotton.
Yeah, that's kind of the weight of that Omega yarn is like that. Like you could make like a lightweight bedspread off of that.
Yeah, this is one that she made. So it's like,
And when
know,
you crochet with that stuff, it takes forever.
well, I'm assuming because I'm assuming it took her forever to make this because just one of those, just like,
Motifs.
and
Yeah,
they're all like they're all intertwined like in
right.
different ways. Like the pattern is all like interlocked.
I know.
Like,
I love looking at those because it's like you can see like different geometric shapes depending on what area you're looking in.
yes, because there's there's like the diamonds here, and then it
Right.
goes to the circles,
Hmm.
like
But then
in the
there's like the
pattern,
square dead center.
and it's like, yeah, there's no way. There is no way.
Right. You dissect that pattern and you're like, where do you even start?
It's like, and before even like it was sent to me before I started like crocheting, and I was like, and I still think it's amazing.
Mhm.
And even stuff my grandmother did is just amazing stuff.
Yeah, they they don't. I wish I had some of my grandmother's crochet books because they don't make crochet books like that no more.
I remember a knitted sweater my grandmother made for my grandfather, and it was like a heavy blue, like wool, like navy blue. It was like a navy blue wool, and then it had like on the sleeves, it had like a chevron, like two chevron white stripes around the sleeves, and then like a kind of like a shawl collar, and then on the back it had like a big, because my grandfather fished, it had a big like fish on the back of the sweater, and it was
Wow.
from, I want to say the pattern is like from the 1950s, I think. Is when the
Probably.
pattern was when the pattern was when the pattern was made. And I asked my grandma, I said, Gram, I love that sweater. Make me one. She's like, no. That's the only one I'm making. No. So I have yet to have you done like any like wearable kind of stuff?
I've made a bunch of different ponchos and things for myself because that's what I love about being able to crochet. A sweater for me makes no sense. I don't need the sleeves.
Yeah.
So when I crochet things, I'm like, oh, I love that pattern, but why would I make that? Like that doesn't make sense for me. So when I see ponchos, so I have a wardrobe with like a dozen ponchos.
Oh, right on.
And yeah, there's even one that I kind of just, again, knowing different stitches and like just kind of playing around with stuff, I made basically a sleeveless sweater. It's kind of looks like a bell shape just because of like where I did the increases and stuff, and it has like a mock turtleneck neckline and color blocking stripes in shades of purple.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds really pretty.
And it was something that kind of started out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a hat. And then I started out thinking I'm going to do from the band to the top of the hat. And when I made the band, it came out to be too big. So I was like, I don't really want to have to like undo all those stitches. What can it become? Well, instead of working from the band up, why don't I work from the band down and see what it becomes? And so it became a sweater.
Yeah, there was one project that Rebecca did, and it's ever since she made it, it's kind of been like inspiration for some of the stuff I did because of the colors. And this is one of my favorite blankets that she made.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Which is like a Mexican blanket.
Yep.
And like the colors I like tending to use now are like those kind of like in that kind of more in that kind of genre because I like those colors.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, she did that was one of her first blankets too. And she did a stunning job with it.
Yeah, most of the work I do is like bright and colorful and like punch you in the face with color. I have a hard time doing things in more neutral shades.
Because like we see it's for me it's like culturally and stuff like whether it be Portuguese or Latin, Italian, like a lot of those like countries, it's all like bright colors and stuff. And that's what I tend to gravitate to. Or the Malabrigo that's like variegated, like has like a really pretty like, and even this is not a real.
That's pretty.
Yeah, that's autumn colors. That's your palette, right?
That's Russ's palette.
Yeah.
What yarn's that?
Even that, the colors are
they're very saturated
on the bolder side.
Mm-hmm.
What yarn is that, Matt?
Malabrigo.
Is it Rios? Malabrigo Rios?
This is Rios, and the colorway for this one is Sagittarius.
Okay.
But yeah, it is Rios.
Yeah, it's real pretty.
Because when I get Malabrigo, it's either Arroyo or it's Rios. I've got a little bit of Micha, which is like the 5-weight, and Rios is the 4, and Arroyo is the DK. So I tend to stick with the Rios and the Arroyo. Is the two that I like. So see, Linda, you got to get yourself some.
I know.
Because I'm for like knitting, it works up really well. And I'm making a blanket for a friend of mine. Babe, can you grab my, because I'm not sure where it's in here somewhere. Oh, I'm working on this blanket for a friend of mine.
That I love that. I just simply love that.
And so I'm gonna go. What I'm gonna do now is this is gonna be the centerpiece, and then this green I'm gonna continue like a big stripe of the green, and like finish it out. It's gonna be. I know it's gonna be more of a lap blanket than like a big blanket. But yeah, but this centerpiece with the spike stitch, that's all Malabrigo. That's all Malabrigo Rios. And the same with this. That's Malabrigo also. And then the rest of it is yak. which if you haven't tried, they have. It's called Knit Pal. Knit,
Yep.
yeah, it's Knit Pal, and
Yep, pal.
it's yak yarn, and it's actually like soft, and it's actually like really nice to work with. So if you want to do something like heavy, like a blanket kind of thing, it's good yarn for that. It's really warm. I've got some Icelandic yarn that no, that's brutal.
The Icelandic yarn is wonderful stuff if you like scratchy.
Not me.
Well, I would assume I have my magic potion that I stick the wool in, which is this stuff.
So
And this tends, even the Noro, it softened up the Noro. Like, so I got accused of using bougie yarn and bougie soap. But we tried out a like they had these like for like cheap at a knit shop that we went into. Let's try it. We're using wool, we're using merino, we're using all this stuff. So we might as well try using it, and it actually works really well. So not that I'm trying.
have you seen this color? That is beautiful.
That's really
It,
nice.
it's
That's almost like
the
a Morocco. At least the way the color's coming through, like on the screen, it's almost like that Morocco. It's almost like the
What
Morocco.
brand was that?
that's the Knit Pal.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's the Knit Pal Wool Wonders. It's 70% acrylic, 30% Australian wool. 640 yards in a skein, and you get 4 skeins for $27.
That's not bad.
Mm-mm.
They have a bunch of pretty colors. They have autumn leaves, black lava, burnt maroon. Yeah, it's just. I
Good
was
night,
trying to.
Mimi. Sorry, Russ.
No,
Good night, Mimi. Have a good night.
I was trying to see if they still carried that the yak
Off,
yarn.
off the yak.
Yeah,
The last time I looked, they had it. And there's another one from it was on Amazon that I got. Oh, I'm gonna dig through stuff. It's where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. It was some alpaca yarn, and I'll post a picture of it. I'm not gonna dig through everything because I know I just took it out. But it was some alpaca yarn that was just like really soft. It was really nice stuff. But it was three like cakes for like 30, 31. Like, and I made a hat out of one, so I've still got two, like a navy blue alpaca, and it's really nice stuff. But I put it away. So now it's all about the acrylic on the Centro to do make some hats for the grandkids and scarves. And so if they tear it up, it's not like
right.
tearing up some Malabrigo and dragging the Malabrigo through the dirt.
Well, now, not only ruining the yarn in the article, but the time and the love that you put into it.
Yeah.
But with the Centro, it's not near as bad.
No, because because I've got like, was it six, seven, babe, hats?
Yes.
I've got like 6, 7 hats to make. So I'm gonna be cranking away on that. Cranking away on that thing. I mean, it goes fast. I can make like 5 in a night or so. So
Wow.
it goes actually pretty fast. But it's still, the scarves take like double the time
Yeah.
because you're average hat like on the Centro is like for adults. I do like anywhere from 110 to 120,
So we'll make nice scarves.
and for like kids up to like 60 to 80. So, and the scarves are like 200 and something, close to 300, like, and you're like, because I don't like the electric one, because I've got the like electric attachment to it, and yeah, that one's no fun. I thought,
Really?
ooh, this is a good idea. And it has like a little electric motor that attaches onto the side of the Centro, and then it has like varying speeds. But if you don't get it like right off the bat, it like, and it gets to be a mess. It's like, no, I'll stick to cranking. So are you making anything for the holidays, Linda?
No, I just I didn't get started fast, like soon enough. So I'm like, I'm not gonna worry about making gifts. I'm just gonna keep stitching just because that's what I do.
Oh, right on. I know we tend to like. I know some people just crochet and stuff during the winter, but like I know with Rebecca and I, we do it all year round.
Yeah.
It's not just
I just change the kind of projects I do depending on what season it is.
I know.
I
Pretty
stitch
weird.
oh, excuse me. I stitch and knit as much as my depression will let me.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
And I'm an anxiety stitcher. The more anxious I am, the more I stitch and the faster I go.
Yes.
And then I guess we're all in the same boat, because when I come home from work, I to make
it quiets my brain.
That does the same thing for me. It quiets my brain, and I'm not focused on like 35 other things that I'm focused on, and it calms me down, which is a good thing.
I wished I could do that. I wish I could do that, but I just when that depression grips me, it's just like it's all I can do just to get to work. I don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Bad when a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll come home and I'll pick up something, like whatever I'm working on, and put my AirPods in, so I don't hear like anything that's going on, and just tune out. That's how I have to. Sometimes I have to come down from the day. So,
well, here on January 2nd, our third shift will no longer exist.
oh no,
They're moving us to second shift.
second shift's not bad though.
I'm excited for it
What
because
is it,
I'll
like 2 to 10 or something?
2 to 10,
Right on.
Monday through Friday. So
Thank
it's
God.
exactly. So I'm actually going to have 2 days off, 2 full days off, not partial days, because we would always have a partial day on Friday, and then all day Saturday, and that was our days off, and because we had to start Sunday, so we had a partial day, got a partial day Friday, a partial day Saturday, and all day or Sunday, all day Saturday. Now it's going to be Saturday and Sunday unless we have to work over.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked in Silicon Valley um, for quite a while, and we were doing like 3 days on, 4 days off, like 12-hour shifts. But at least you had like 3 days, an actual 3 days or 4 days to recover from.
Right.
I was working 6 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning. That was my 12-hour shift. And on the last day, you get off work and you've got like 3-4 days off. It's like, you know, you can crash out, you can relax, you can get whatever you want done. So it worked. It wasn't, once you got used to it, it wasn't bad. But until you got used to it, it was horrible.
So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll still be able to do my lives, my midnight lives, because I'll be home at 11 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, I'll be home. 11:15, I'll be home.
Yeah, that's the only thing with working swings
But you're gonna be tired.
is when you get home, you're still wound up from work,
Yeah.
and you tend to stay up a little bit. Like
Yeah.
you tend to stay up until like you know 2-3
Well,
o'clock in the morning.
my goal is going to be, I'm going to try to be in bed by 3 o'clock, between 3 and 4 every day. That way I can get up at 10, have a couple hours before I have to leave for work because I drive an hour one way.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't.
So I, but I can still keep my doctor's appointment at 7:30 in the mornings. So that won't change. It's just, I think it's just going to be better.
it's gonna be easier on your body.
Oh yes,
Like it's gonna be way easier on your body.
and I
I
can
mean,
actually.
I'm not a morning person, but I work day shift, so I'm up and out by 6 o'clock, and back home by the afternoon. But yeah.
All right, just because I'm the friend that I am, I'll start calling you at 5 o'clock in the morning to see how you're doing.
Nice. I know
I
you
don't
text
I don't
you
want you to feel
text me
left out.
once at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you know what he texted me with, Linda? He texted me with a Herrschners coupon. He texted me with a Herrschners coupon at like
What?
5 o'clock in the morning.
That's a
And
friend. That's
I
See,
I
that's a plan.
I felt so bad after I did that because I totally forget that you're out west and you're like 3-4 hours behind me. I forget that.
Well, the beauty of technology is you can always put your phone on do not disturb.
Yeah, exactly. But I,
Permanently. No, I'm
I
just
heard
kidding.
it go off, and I'm like, I kind of like did this number and looked at my phone, and I'm like, Russ, what the heck? Herrschners. Ooh. And
He
that's
was
what
like, I'm
that's
up
what this
now.
the yarn haul that's sitting right next to me. That's the one he texted me. But it was a good
I
coupon.
I felt so bad though because I was just excited for it because it's like 20% off, and it was like what 20 cents shipping or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 20% off your order, and yeah, 20 cents like shipping or something. And it was
20
like
29 cents.
it was like
You might as well say free shipping.
so yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I seen that and it's like, oh, I started texting it to everybody, and then it's like, Russ, do you realize that it's like 5 in the morning out there? I felt so bad.
That's okay. When sometimes when he comes on lives, he's like, "Oh, I'll be on at 10 o'clock. Is that 10 o'clock our time or your time? Which 10 o'clock are we? Which 10 o'clock are we talking about?" And it's usually like 10 o'clock my time. So he's up like 3 in the morning and stuff. It's like,
I
come
know
on up.
that's
And it's
usually
like,
like
it's
my
like,
middle of the
no,
night.
I'm
Yeah.
out.
Because I'm up all night. Even on my days off, I keep my sleep schedule.
Yeah,
So
you have
when
to
we
when
go
you're on.
but even on my vacations, I kept my sleep schedule because it's so hard to swing back around.
Yes, it
So
is.
I'm up all night long. So second shift, I'll still be up late, but it won't be as bad because I'll be going to bed between 3 and 4. What is it, baby girl?
And you're in the Midwest,
Yeah.
Mideast, like
Midwest.
you're in the middle of the country somewhere.
Yeah, in suburb of Chicago.
Oh, right on.
Oh, you're just
Yeah.
next door to me.
Yep.
And then
I think I need to take a train ride to Chicago. We can go yarn shopping.
I'll take you to my favorite little yarn shop.
See, there we go. Got a plan. Matt, you and Rebecca coming?
I've never been to Chicago. Let's do this.
See,
I
there you
would do
go.
Chicago.
Chi-town.
Go hang out in Chi-town. Get some pizza.
But don't do the deep dish. You got to go to like a pizzeria where they do the real pizza.
Oh,
But Russ
see,
loves
that's the thing.
Deep dish gives me a stomach ache.
See,
I'm like, they're probably gonna take my Chicago card away from me by saying that, but I can't do the deep dish.
See, I'm coming at it from a different angle though, because on my grandfather's side, on that side of my family, I'm Italian.
Yeah.
And they would make pizza like at our get together, like when we have family things and stuff. And what it was basically like almost like focaccia dough with olive oil and herbs and some peppers and like maybe a little Parmesan, and that was pizza. So it wasn't like American like
Right.
pizza.
Throw
Yeah,
all the
we
meat on
ate
it.
some weird things growing up.
For me, throw all the meat on it.
Yeah, that was usually in the sauce was where all the meat was.
Bacon and pepperoni and sausage and hamburger
Oh,
and Canadian bacon and
oh man, we gotta hook you up with some like capricola, copa, like
yes.
prosciutto, like like that stuff. That's like that's the stuff.
Well, like Philadelphia has their cheesesteaks, Chicago has their beef sandwiches.
I heard about
You come to Chicago, you got to have a beef.
and going to Chicago, there's one place that I would just love to go, and it's more of a nostalgia thing, and I don't even know if it's even still there. The one with the hamburger place, the hamburger cheap.
Oh,
it's like in the parking garage or something of some.
the Billy Goat. The Billy Goat.
Yes, the Billy Goat.
Is that still around, Linda?
They've kind of commercialized it because they have like franchise now.
Ah.
Yeah. I know the original one still stands, but yeah, they've kind of turned it into like a thing.
I remember it from SNL, like when with John Belushi in that skit, and then I found out it was actually
A real thing.
Yeah, that's
I
so. I guess when I come to Chicago, I'll have to get a hotel room so that way I can have pizza and beef and
And a Chicago style hot dog.
that, and then the
oh,
hamburger,
I'm all over that.
then the hamburger.
And if you get the Chicago style hot dog, you got to go to Portillo's for that because they do the best ones. And at Portillo's, they have the chocolate cake shake where they
I've heard
actually
about that.
take a slice of chocolate cake, throw it in the blender with ice cream, chocolate syrup, run the blender, and there you go.
Oh, that hurts you. That's dangerous.
That's too dangerous.
I'll order 2.
And then they'll be wheeling you out of there, man. That's hardcore.
Well, when we
This-
have company come in and they order a small one and they receive their shake, they're like, but wait, no, I only ordered a small. And they're like, that is the small. The look on people's faces are like, you're kidding, right?
Okay,
So-
give me 2 large.
There used to be this little place up in when I lived up in Washington that used to make these peanut butter milkshakes.
Ooh.
Oh man, they were bomb. I don't know what they put in that thing, but because I was that's when I was a teenager, and those were the best. Like, oh, their shakes were the best. But yeah, Chicago would be cool.
I every now and then during the summertime, I'll make a peanut butter shake. But my version. Sometimes it's with chocolate ice cream and peanut butter. Sometimes it's vanilla ice cream with peanut butter. Just depends.
Whatever with peanut butter, it works.
Extra peanut butter. I can sit and eat peanut butter out of a jar with a spoon.
Oh,
That's Matt.
you know, my mom could do that.
That's Matt.
It used to drive my stepfather crazy because my mom would take like a big scoop of peanut butter and like she would go to bed and the spoon would be on the like nightstand.
Oh,
Like, no peanut butter, but like, you know, on the spoon on the nightstand. My mom
I like apple
peanut
slices with peanut butter.
That's good too. Or apple slices with Nutella.
Peanut butter is expensive.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, wow. It's almost $10 a jar.
Where are you shopping? What was that when it was like? What ours is like 6, 7?
No, if you go to Costco.
No, not like those humongous,
Oh, the
like
ones
not
we-
the 50-gallon
The
drum.
ones we go to at the regular store.
Yeah, like the one we shop at. It's like a regular. Yeah, it's not like Costco or anything, and I wouldn't say it's only like 6, 7 pounds.
So we get the big jars.
Oh, the jumbo economy size.
Sometimes I try and get the big can. We go through it. You have some idiot in the house that eats it with the spoon.
Well, see, and that's what. Speaking of like, Rebecca will come home, and I'll like, oh, yo, do we need to stop and get something? And then, no. We'll get home, and she'll make a peanut butter sandwich, and it's like, this is all I want. It's like, you can't just have a peanut butter sandwich for dinner. Come on.
Well, it has protein.
I know it has protein and like, you know, but still, it's like, what?
Look, I am a fat man and I love to eat. And if you just set down a peanut butter sandwich in front of me for supper, I'm going to be gnawing on someone's leg by the time dinner's over. Don't do that to me.
No, I'll have a peanut butter jelly and milk.
Yeah, shove the peanut butter jelly and sandwich in a glass of milk. And it's like, that was lunch when I was a kid. Like, you know.
That's enough for a senior.
So you'd have to have like I like the Texas toast
And you could
bread.
have an apple.
So you'd have to put like 2 inches of peanut butter on that, an inch of jelly.
To compensate for the thickness of the bread.
Oh, yeah, I give me um Texas toast bread. I'll sit there and I'll eat. Give me if you set a loaf down in front of me for supper, I'd eat that entire loaf and call it a day.
Wow.
I love bread. Love bread.
Yeah, that's the thing I fight with because of there's a saying, a Portuguese saying, and it's like you can't eat a meal unless you have a piece of bread in your left hand. So it's like where's the bread? Where's the bread? Yeah, I'm a big bread, sourdough bread, like fresh sourdough bread. I'm all over it.
The tangier the sourdough tastes, the better.
Yeah, sourdough, focaccia, ciabatta, uh, bagels, like all of that stuff. It's like, yeah, yeah.
I want those great big huge bagels.
Let's see. Lorene says my nephew lives in Chicago, and he has a YouTube channel where he walks around and talks about the city. Woohoo!
Oh, who is that guy? Oh, I used to watch
And
him, but
Jessica's husband sitting while we're talking. He's eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
no fair. You got to share.
Yeah, sharing is caring. Like,
Jeremy says I heard about the TGAT from Gabriel Iglesias, the chocolate cake shake.
Yep.
Okay, give me 2 larges to go. I'll be all right. 2 pieces of cake, double ice cream,
and a
plus
couple
chocolate.
pieces of bread, and you're good.
See?
Good night, Heidi.
It's like, can I get this loaf of Texas toast grilled, please? Have you ever, if you ever go to a restaurant, and they ask you what kind of bread you want, and you get Texas toast, tell them you want it grilled, not toasted. They actually put it on the grill with butter, and then they toast both sides. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, I like Texas toast.
I
Oh,
love Texas toast.
and for breakfast, give me biscuits and gravy, and I'm a happy camper. Like nice fluffy. Oh man,
Well, let's see. When I get on second shift and have Saturdays off, I'll make biscuits and gravy, and you and Rebecca can come over.
there you go. Rebecca made some. This was a few years ago, and it was a recipe. It was just flour. It was flour, sour cream, and 7-Up,
Really?
and for these biscuits, and the biscuits were the bomb. They were really good.
Huh. I've not heard of that recipe.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, it was.
7-Up
It was.
7-Up biscuits.
Yeah, it was like 7-Up biscuits.
7-Up. I'm doing it. Biscuits.
Think I'm crazy?
No, I don't. I want the recipe. They
They're
sound
good.
good.
They're like they come out really fluffy too. They're really good.
Okay.
You don't think that they'd be good, but they're really good.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it would be a winning combination,
Just look
but
it up. It says
they're
7-Up biscuits.
they're really good. They get really fluffy.
They're real fluffy. They're online.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
Do you see? And just put plenty of butter on them.
Peanut butter? It's got butter in it, right?
Butter.
Hmm.
So it's. I mean, those are really good. What I
I'm gonna
miss
have
is
to.
my grandmother or my it's my godmother's mother. At Christmas time, she used to make the sweet bread. Oh my gosh, the Portuguese sweet bread. Woo!
Now that sounds good.
It's really good.
Now, who's Portuguese? You or Rebecca?
I am.
Okay, so let's see.
I'm on my father's side. I'm Portuguese. On my mom's side, I'm Sicilian.
Okay, so when can we expect this Portuguese sweetbread?
um,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
see, that's what I wish is because where we're at, there's a huge Portuguese community, but I have to drive an hour to go to like a Portuguese market. Like there's a huge community out here, and and I have to drive an hour to get to like a market to get like because there's I like the Portuguese olive oil. It's more olivey. It has a more olive taste to it.
Oh, I bet you that'd make good fried potatoes.
More dense.
It's more of a, and when you pour it out, it's more of a green. It's more of a darker green color. Because they let when the olives like fall off the tree, they before like just scooping them up, they let them sit for a couple of days, and then
Ferment.
they process them. Yeah, and
Yeah, they let them ferment.
it has a different taste to it, and yeah, you could put that on a shoe and it would taste good.
I bet it would make great fried potatoes.
Oh, it does. Fried eggs, fried potatoes, um, drizzle it over. We do this. We do this dish with salted cod,
Tomatoes
and you drizzle it over that. Oh my god, with avocado and tomato and onions,
olives.
and it's bomb.
It sounds good.
And a loaf of, and then along with that, you have to have a loaf of soft French bread.
Okay, so give me 2 loaves of French bread and a bottle of
And
olive oil, and there's my dinner.
good.
There's my dinner.
So since we're on the food, what's your favorite food, Linda? Do you have like a, or is it
Well,
like a favorite cuisine?
living in Chicago, being a food town, you can pretty much have any cuisine you want on any given day.
Oh, right on.
So like our special occasion place that we go to is in Greektown.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we indulge on that quite a bit.
Oh, that's cool. I love Greek food.
But being a
both.
Midwest girl, I'm meat and potatoes. You can't go wrong with meat and potatoes.
Yeah, but with I mean Greek food, Chinese food, Thai food, sushi. Yeah, I'm not a picky eater.
See, and that's funny. I am a picky eater. Like when I was growing up, when we went to Mexico when I was like 10 years old, my grandmother was having fits because I always wanted to know, what are we eating? Like, what is it? Because I knew being in Mexico, you have to be careful because sometimes you're eating meat that you're not familiar with.
Yes.
And since I was such a picky eater, I was like, but what is it? And they would say, it's just beef. And I'm like, but what part? Like am I eating a hamburger, or am I eating like some foreign body part that I'm not accustomed to? Like I was old enough to know.
Tripas or like menudo.
Right. I was like, I don't know if I want to eat that. So I was like, oh, Tony the Tiger, Frosted Flakes. I know that. That is safe. I will eat that. And my grandmother was like, you cannot only eat Frosted Flakes. And I'm like, yes, I can. Like, I don't want to eat something that I don't know where it came from. And then I was very justified in that because my uncle at his house, he had a goat and we thought it was their pet. And so we were playing with the goat and we thought, oh, let's name the goat. And then one day my dad was like, you know, that's dinner tonight. And we all looked at him like, I'm sorry, what? What do you mean that's dinner? And they literally let us sit in the next room and watch them butcher the goat on the kitchen table.
It's called Chivo.
Yeah, Chivo.
Right. I was like, as a 10-year-old, I was mortified. I was like, how are we eating? Like we were hugging the goat earlier this morning. Now we're gonna eat him.
Oh, my dad did that to my half sister because he had a couple of rabbits.
And like, you know, when they say core memories,
you can see where that was going.
I have a core memory of my cousin chasing us around the living room with the horns off of the goat.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
That's culture. It's culture.
Right. I tell my son this story and he's like, what?
Yeah, so on the farm, we had 149 milking cows that we milked twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when some of the calves were born, they weren't good for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't sell them as a bull, and we couldn't breed them to milk, so they become freezer meat.
Mm-hmm.
And so you raised them all year long,
Mm-hmm.
but the thing of it is, you don't name them, you don't interact with them.
Mm-mm.
You just leave them be, feed them, make sure they're okay. If they get sick, treat them. But that's the only interaction you give them. Because when the guy comes to process them,
to take care of business,
he walks him out. He walks him out to the field and does his thing, and then he loads them on the trailer and takes them in and processes them.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Well, that's because you had so many animals that you were used to it.
Yeah, my cousins
Mm-hmm.
are dairymen.
Yeah.
it's just it's it's part of life. That's
Mm-hmm.
That's how we were raised. It's
Right,
just,
but being a city girl, it was culture shock for me.
Oh yeah, it would be.
Yeah, and people don't realize when they pick up that piece of steak at the supermarket, there's a disconnect of, okay, that's a piece of steak, but that steak actually came from like an animal, like, and was processed and cut up and stuff. And there's like, I think there's a disconnect with that. Whereas when I was growing up, you kind of knew where stuff was coming from.
Well, yeah, chickens. For Thanksgiving, you go out and have a turkey.
Turkey.
Well,
it's got to come from somewhere.
Right. And every year, like being a kindergarten teacher, every year we took the kids to the farm to get them to know like what is a farm, where does your food come from, kind of thing. And without fail, every year I'd say, so where do you think we get hamburgers from, or where do you think we get chicken from? And they're like, the store. And I was like, but where do you think the store got the chicken? And they were like, I don't know. And they didn't realize that like those chicken breasts that are in the store, like we call it chicken for a reason, because it used to be that live bird with feathers. And when they had that realization, they were like, I don't want to eat that anymore. I'm like, but I thought you loved chicken nuggets.
Oh, I was in a market overseas, and the outside of the market was all vegetables and like all of that, like around this big plaza.
Mm-hmm.
And all the outside was all like vegetables, papayas and mangoes, and because we were in Asia, and the middle of the market was fish and meat. And as soon as you turn that corner into that part of the market, oh my God, it was just, I mean, talk about not wanting to eat like anything. I was like, you came around that corner, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is not appetizing. But it's a different, I mean, it's just a different way of life. We had 3 big chicken houses, sold eggs. My mom's job was to wash the eggs. I mean, like I said, I have my cousins have a dairy. Like, so we've grown up around all of that stuff. So it's not like that's not nothing new.
Nope.
My dad used to like my grandfather, one of his buddies came over to the house, and I remember because I was little, and they dumped like this bag of sea urchins on the table, and they were like cracking these sea urchins like right there, and opening them up and eating like the insides of the sea urchin. My dad would cook. My dad would make octopus, which, and both of them. If you go into a sushi restaurant and you order that what did I just was saying?
Octopus,
No, the other one.
the urchin.
The sea urchins. Like if you go into a sushi restaurant and you order the sea urchins, those are expensive.
Really?
Yes. And they used to bring over like sacks of them, and they crack them and like, So yeah, we ate all kind of. Growing up, I had like a really varied diet, from like seafood to like you name it, kind of stuff. So it was cool, but Mexico would be crazy.
Well, I'll eat menudo, but not the meat out of it. I let my dad have all the meat, and I'm like, I'll just take the broth and vegetables. I'm good with that.
What's the meat inside, or what's the meat inside the dish?
It's
tripe. So basically, pig intestines or cow intestines?
I'll pass. I'll pass on the vegetables.
Menudo's good.
It is, but I don't care. I don't care for the meat. It's a little too rubbery for me.
It's weird. Just recently, I didn't care for them.
Like not the intestines, it's the omentum.
It's the stomach lining.
No, chitlins is the intestines.
Yeah.
Tripe is not the intestines.
No, tripe is the stomach lining.
You're right.
Do you get that straight, Russ?
Either way, I'll pass.
Right, organ meat.
Give me my loaf of bread and I'm good.
But it's delicious.
And
honestly, I can't say I shouldn't say that because I've never tried it.
Well, like I said, the broth is fantastic. The vegetables all, but the texture. I'm a very texture based foodie. Person. So if it's a weird texture, I just can't do it.
Oh, many.
Yeah, I can't do sesos.
Yeah.
That's I can't do it. That's the texture thing on the sesos.
What are those?
It's brains.
Yeah, a lot of cultures do brains. A lot of cultures do.
Don't give me that look, Russ.
I've eaten brains once.
I tried it once, and I was like,
"It's too irony for me. Like the iron, it was just too much."
Tripe is delicious," said Jeremy.
Yeah, see, Jeremy's doing right on, Jeremy. There you go.
And a lot of people do cook it differently. There's I think it was, I don't know. There's one culture that they cook the tripe, they brine it,
Yeah,
and it's very briny.
because the Portuguese ones, it's cooked with beans.
Yeah.
It has like beans and linguiça, white the tripe linguiça and white beans.
And remember,
That's really good.
yeah, for every culture, they cooked it differently, and especially in the times of the
Mandongo,
um, in the times of
mondongo.
the what do you say?
What's mondongo? Mofongo?
Mofongo.
Is that what you're trying to say, Zoila? Is
In the
mofongo?
time of the Depression, they ate every part of the animal because they didn't throw anything away.
Yeah, waste not, want not.
Waste
Yeah,
not, want
exactly.
not. So they ate every part of the animal because they didn't have for the next time around, and they made sure that that animal was not wasted. Mm-hmm.
Or soup made with tripe, the stomach of the cow, pig, goat. Oh, it's like menudo kind of thing.
Which one?
Mondongo.
Oh, Mondongo. Who?
Zoila said they're like MDL was talking about it.
That's Mondongo. What did Zoila say?
Zoila even said it was mondongo. Jeremy or Rebecca, have you tried mondongo?
Let's see where Mondongo is. Mofongo.
No, I like mofongo, but mondongo is like a soup.
Are they talking about?
Oh, Lenane, give me the head cheese. Queso do porco. I like that.
I've never had that, so I couldn't say if I liked it or not.
Mondongo
Head cheese? Head cheese is good.
It's the Colombian, Puerto Rican, and Dominican. It is made with diced tripe and vegetables like bell peppers, onions, and carrots and cabbage.
Ah, sounds good.
It sounds delicious.
I would do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. So
I've never heard of that before,
it's
though.
a Caribbean dish, not just one Caribbean.
I'm sorry. This went a turn on the dark side on the food thing.
No, it says it's Colombian, Puerto Rican, or Dominican. Mm-hmm.
It
I
always
will-
happens.
I will
start
tell
with-
you the worst thing I've ever eaten. Ever. It was horrible, but I had to try it. Was fresh durian. Oh, blah, blah.
Okay, what
A
is
lot
that?
of people like it, but
Yeah, some people.
that stuff is horrible.
What is it?
It's a kind of fruit,
It's a fruit.
but it smells like rotten meat.
What?
It smells like a cross between rotten gym socks and onions.
Why would you eat it?
It's a delicacy thing. It's like
Some people are acquired.
so when
to it.
we were over in Asia, I went in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I tried it, and it was not. It was unpleasant. And I'll tell you what, if Andrew Zimmer won't eat it, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. Yeah. That is good enough for me not to eat it.
He eats everything.
That's what I'm saying, but he won't eat durian.
Mhm.
But some people really like it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's they make candy out of it and they make pastries out of it.
But
That's not so bad because it's cut down. But
Mhm.
like the fresh one, oh, brr, that stuff is brutal. Because when you're in the market, like an Asian market, and they have the fresh one there, It's like this big spiky looking thing. You can walk past it, and you know exactly what you just walked by
But
because it's fragrant.
but if you get a chance to try like the baked goods, it's not bad.
No, like steamed buns, it's not bad. But fresh, it's yeah, that's some harsh stuff.
Mhm.
So you guys doing okay? Go for like 10, 15 minutes more, or you guys want to call it?
10 minutes.
It's your
You're
show.
the
You
boss.
tell us.
Oh no, I mean,
So,
for us, it's only 8 o'clock. You guys, it's like 11,
10.
11, 12.
black pudding in blood sausage.
Oh, blood sausage, marsala. Oh, I love blood sausage.
He does.
Woo!
I won't eat it.
That's my.
That's one thing I
Come
don't
on,
eat.
Zoila, let's do this.
That's one thing I won't eat. I won't eat blood.
The blood sausage. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, marsala. That's
Okay.
that's good stuff.
How do they make blood sausage?
What they do is they mix it with sometimes it's mixed with rice, and it's the blood and the rice and like blood and the rice and some of the fat, or sometimes it's just the blood and the like pieces of the fat, and they like cure it, and then you like fry it and stuff for breakfast. So it's like blood sausage and eggs for breakfast. I know it doesn't sound appealing.
I never had it. I've heard of
But
it, but never
it's
had
very
it.
good. I mean, I like it. They put like parsley in it and like spices, and it's good. But I don't think Linda would dig it because it's got that irony. It's got
Yeah,
that
because when
irony.
my folks made liver and onions, I was
Yeah,
like,
it has that.
I was
It has
like,
that
give me
kind
a
of
big
taste to it.
plate of vegetables. I'm good to go. I'm not eating meat tonight. I'll be all right for one night.
Now, see, I give me a plate of liver and onions, and I will sit and eat until I can't eat no more.
They would
I
always
haven't
make
had I
bacon when
haven't
they
had
made
liver and onions in
But it's
years.
got-
they would always make bacon when they made liver and onions. So I'm like, just give me 2 slices of bacon, a plate of vegetables and rice, and I'm good.
Yeah. It's got to be made just right, though, because liver and onions can go wrong real quick if it's not made right.
Yeah, and fluffy. It depends on what culture is making it. They do like the Italian one has like the thyme and the basil and stuff in it.
No, my
The-
parents just did salt and pepper in the flour. They would dredge it in flour and then just
And then-
fry it up.
Fry it. That's the way my grandmother would do it.
And my husband loves liver and onions, and I feel so bad. I'm like, babe, I cannot eat that. So if we go to a restaurant where they're serving liver and onions, he'll order it.
I haven't had liver and onions in years. Like
Okay, Linda, I'm going to come over and visit for dinner, and you can make liver and onions for me and your husband.
As long as I can have a little bit of bacon on the side, you guys can have all the liver you want. I'm just gonna have my bacon.
there you go.
That's okay because me and your husband be in hog heaven because we got our liver.
Oh, don't count me out. I'd be in there too.
Hey, we can do that when we do the yarn road trip.
There you go.
There you go.
We
Or
just
liver, like liver pate. Oh, oof. Yeah, give me a piece of
Yeah,
bread.
he loves liver sausage. I'm
some
like, no.
liver pate.
My grandma used to eat liver sausage like as a snack with crackers, and I was like, it just smells so ew.
Now, is that the same thing as Braunschweiger?
Yes, kind of.
Mhm.
There's a couple like there's that one, and there's that one's German. Is that one?
Because yeah, slice me off some of that, and I'll eat it with crackers.
Yeah, me too.
Throw in some extra sharp cheddar cheese.
Lamb screaming?
Yeah, I love that stuff. We didn't get it very often when we were kids because that we didn't have much money. So when we were able to get it, it was a treat for us.
One of my favorites is oxtail, like oxtail soup. And you go into the market now to get those friggin' oxtails,
Yeah,
and it's like the price is like through the roof. It's like, what happened?
Yeah,
What?
am I
What's
paying for gold?
It's like
Yes.
it's like
Used to
the
be the leftover,
oxtails,
right?
the liver, the tripe,
the time.
like the tongue, especially the like tongue. Oh my gosh, it's like stupid expensive now.
Or pig's
And
Like
feet.
what happened?
and tongue used to be really cheap.
I know.
Not
Yeah,
anymore. And tongue is really good.
yeah,
It's very good.
it's very good.
And you
Rebecca
know,
Rebecca makes really good lingua. She makes it really good.
um, some people boil it and pull that
The
the
sinew.
membrane off the tongue, and it's really. I mean, it if it's cooked right, it just melts in your mouth.
Yeah,
MDL says potted meat
yeah. I ate the
and
potted
government
meat thing.
cheese crackers was a staple as a kid.
And sardines,
And so
I could.
ham.
I
lamb
can't.
shanks.
mm,
Now you're talking.
I can't do sardines. My dad can, but I cannot. I've
Yeah,
tried them.
I can do sardines and I like sardines and anchovies.
Dad
Love
used to.
anchovies.
Dad used to love the sardines and mustard sauce.
Nah, it's the sardines and hot sauce.
No, Dad liked the mustard. It was hard to find them, but
Catherine says marinated lamb shanks.
That's what I'm talking about. Is
Yes,
the marinated lamb shanks.
Yes, Matt. Sell poor old bones. Let's see.
That oh, any part of the lamb. It's like I'm there. Lamb and goat. I love both of them.
Mhm.
So we've gone right off to the.
Kendall says government cheese is the best.
it's hard to find the commodity cheese.
That's
Um, Kevin brought home a 2 pound brick of the commodity cheese, and we made macaroni and cheese. Oh my god, it brought back so many good memories.
yeah.
Elk tenderloin, um, deer backstraps.
Sardines.
Yeah, I'm there.
Mustard.
Oysters, not in a can. Fresh oysters.
I like sardines.
You can get it. You can get it. The canned cheese. It's
sardines and olive oil.
check. It's either WS. I think it's WSU, which is Washington State University. I think it's WSU. I think it's Wazoo that does it. They have like a class or something, and they can this cheese, and the cheese is just supposed to be the bomb. Like it's supposed to be like killer, and they produce it from one of the like courses you can take, and
Huh.
like it's in like high demand. It's like, but it's some like canned like cheese.
Well, Borden makes the government cheese. And you can actually, I believe you can go, someone, I don't know, I haven't checked it out yet, but someone said that you can go to Borden's website and actually buy the commodity cheese. So I'm gonna have to check it out and see, because oh man, that's better than Velveeta.
Karen says elk tenderloin. There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Cougar Gold.
That's from Washington State University's the Cougars. So it's from their they have their own creamery. And you can order it from WSU.
Cougar Gold cheese.
That's
I'm
the
looking
one.
it up. Don't think I'm not, because I'm looking it up.
Hey, when I was young up in Washington, one of the families, usually once or twice a year, would go down to Tillamook, Oregon, and pick up like everybody would chip in, and they pick up like a big wheel of Tillamook cheese because at the time it wasn't in the grocery stores, and they bring back like these humongous wheels of Tillamook cheese. It was the bomb.
So it's $33
I can't.
for a 30-ounce can.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be excellent. I've never had it. I've had friends and stuff, but I've never had it. But they said it's excellent.
And they have different flavors. They've got the Cougar Gold, they've got natural cheddar, smoky cheddar, Viking, dill garlic. I bet you dill garlic
No,
would be good.
garlic is good.
Sweet basil, hot pepper, and crimson fire.
Mhm.
So basically, you're paying around $1 an ounce.
Roughly.
That's cheaper than the Baby Bell, the little Baby Bell cheeses.
Are you a big cheese person, Linda?
Yeah.
So what's your poison?
I like sharp cheddar and feta.
Oh,
Oh, that's his.
do you have? I don't know if it's just a West Coast thing or if you guys have them. Do you guys have a Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
If you go to Trader Joe's, they have Israeli feta. It comes in like this little white little can, like little plastic thing, and it's Israeli. It's Israeli feta, and it's bomb. It's really good. It's really kind of mild. It's not. It's mild, and it's really good feta. So if you go by there one time, check it out to see if they have it. It's good.
All right.
I like the really, really old aged cheddar. Older, the better.
That I like more like the brie type of cheese.
Yeah.
Like um I like brie. I like Camanzola, which is a cross between brie and blue.
Of my cheese.
So it's like a blue cheese brie cheese thing. That stuff is excellent. And I like it. We call it topo. And then like if like the kids, if they smell it, they call it the foot cheese. It's a Portuguese like semi-hard cheese, and it yeah, it smells, but it's good.
The other day, Kevin brought me home a small block of 5-year-old aged cheddar. Oh, that was so good. Oh, that was so good.
There's one. It's called it's either Old Amsterdam or Beamster, and it's was it 8-month old? 8-month old Gouda. I think it's like 8, 9, 12 months, something like that. And it's like the aged Gouda, and it's like eating toffee.
Really?
Oh my! It's got like little crunchy little
Oh, yeah.
in it because of the aging, but it's like eating toffee.
Huh.
Oh, stuff is just the best.
I
It's
love smoked Gouda.
Old Amsterdam or Beamster are the two that I know of that have like, and it's like aged Gouda. Oh man, it's Gouda.
I love smoked Gouda.
I don't like any of the smoked provolone or smoked Gouda like things. I don't care for them.
How about that little one in the?
Becky likes it, but I don't care for it.
No, the other one. The one.
What, the Harvardi?
Harvardi.
Harvardi's Becky's like favorite.
The little one on the brown.
The little one
used-
in the ground.
The little one.
Oh, the queso fresco,
No,
the round one.
the little brown one.
Oh, the Basque,
Yes.
the petite Basque. Yeah, there's some Basque cheese that we can get here. That is just,
Really?
it's amazing. Yeah. It
I've not heard
comes
of that.
like the little block is like about like
It's really good.
that big and maybe about that big around, and it's Basque cheese.
It's not cheap.
It's really good. It's really good stuff.
I don't mind paying high price for anything good as long as it's good.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
pay what you get what you pay for.
Yeah. But sometimes there's some tasty cheap stuff.
Oh yes. I usually buy the cheap stuff, but like I just don't mind paying a high price as long as it's good.
I think most kids do it. Well, but a can of Cheese Whiz.
There's some adults that do that.
I know.
Mm. I don't know if I could. I've never tried.
Oh, Cheese Whiz? Oh, my mom.
No,
My mom would get mad at me.
I love Cheese Whiz, but I've never took a can of Cheese Whiz and
And just like squirt it in your
and
mouth.
just squirt it in my mouth. That I've not
Wow,
done.
that was a big thing. My grandmother used to do like cheese and crackers with like the canned cheese thing.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
grandma she showed us that if you put the tip of it right up to the cracker and squeeze it, it makes like a little star shape. We thought that was
Yes.
like the coolest trick ever.
Yes. Yes.
Jeremy says he likes good black rimmed rind.
Yeah, I used ground and yeah.
I
Cut out
love
the
cheese and
crackers. Cut out the crackers just straight in.
I love cheese and crackers. I like the Ritz garlic crackers and cheese.
Ritz
And
garlic
then Ritz also has a vegetable cracker that's really good with cheese. It's really tasty.
Wow. I'll have to look for it.
Yeah, I think you would like it. I love the vegetable crackers,
Mm-hmm.
Chicken. It's
especially
all
with
about
cheese.
chicken. Was it chicken and a biscuit? No. Chicken
Yep.
and
Yep, chicken and biscuit.
chicken and biscuit.
Those were
Those
super
rock.
salty.
Oh,
But they're so good.
They are, but they're so
They're
salty.
so good. And
yes, Jeremy.
expensive.
I'm with you. Cheese Whiz and Bugles. Or like the
Fill up the bugle.
or like the cheese dip thing, the queso thing with the bugles and the
Yeah, you can take that tip from the Cheese Whiz can and fill up your bugle.
and fill up your bugle with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Don't ask me how I
man.
know. I'm just
We're just spitballing here.
Just because I had 2 cans of Cheese Whiz and a big bag of bugles and they're both gone, no coincidence. No coincidence.
I mean, we only have it at the holidays, but the whipped cream in that.
Oh yeah, Ready Whip.
Oh, all of my secrets are coming out.
So
my mom used to put the Cool Whip in the refrigerator in the freezer, and I'd be like ice cream. I feel like ice cream.
so back several years ago, Cool Whip had a fat-free whip topping. and I would put it in the freezer and freeze it and eat it. And I would scoop out, a couple of scoops of it, and that was my ice cream. It
Oh
was
no, Cool Whip my mom would do like make ambrosia for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, and she'd put the rest of the Cool Whip in the refrigerator in the freezer. Yeah, little Mateo was on it.
The only way I
frozen.
could eat pumpkin pie as a kid is if I had equal parts Cool Whip to my pie.
That's the way Becky eats pancakes.
Oh, geez.
Oh, now you're giving her secrets out, Matt.
No, because she likes strawberry pancakes, so it's got like the strawberry, but
Right.
But I don't use the syrup.
but so she doesn't use syrup or anything on it. But
Right.
then, like the lady, we go to this little diner every once in a while, and the lady goes like, "Shh," and Becky's like, "No, no."
She's like, just leave the can.
Like, no.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah,
like
but-
a little pancake taste with my Cool Whip.
But people take whole strawberries and dip them in their Cool Whip and eat it.
Yeah.
So it's nothing different. So it's like putting whipped topping on putting the whipped topping on your strawberry pancakes is just like eating strawberry with whipped cream.
Yeah.
I'll spit it out. I'll learn to talk
You'll
one of
get
these
it.
days.
Hey, we all have our things. That's just,
Sometimes I think I have more tongue than words.
yeah,
I'll go,
sometimes the mind does not go fast enough to keep up with. Yeah,
no,
that's sometimes my problem.
that's mainly my problem. Mm.
What's that? John. Oh.
What was funny? I can't see the chat.
Oh no. Who was it that just said it? Where is it?
Aida.
Ida was saying about the chancla. How many get the chancla?
What's that?
A flip flop, like the sandal, get thrown at you.
It's a Latin mother's best weapon.
My mom's best weapon was her hands.
They're deadly with the chanclas.
She had these long, thin hands. They're like a branch off a willow tree, and her reflexes was faster than a cat. Whap!
Yeah,
Man, you would hurt for days.
and the chanclas, they use them the same way.
Mm.
Oh, grab them on the end and like, whap. Yeah.
Mm.
I always got the wooden spoon. Is like, that was the mom's thing of choice. So I didn't get the chancla.
I got mom's hands.
Good night, Jessica. See, Zoila said, I'll get the slipper.
Mm. I'll pass.
So let's say we do. We've got 7 more minutes until 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And so I want to make sure you guys, especially you, my
What did I
friend,
do?
you get some sleep.
Oh, I won't sleep. I'm up the rest of the night.
No, I know, but try and get some rest. But count Herrschners yarn, like.
Actually, I'm probably going to do some shopping.
And you're okay to send me those coupons at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm
Okay. I just want you to show up at my door, wringing my neck. Leave me alone.
No, never happened. Never happened.
Mm,
Never happened, my friend.
but it was just, I was so excited for that sale. It's just like I was letting everybody. If I had your number, you got it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Herrschner should give me a pat on the back.
You should get.
Hey, shouldn't you be like a Herrschners like
Yes.
Affiliate.
yes. Thank you.
They don't have those yet. Notice I said yet.
Well, you should be the first one because you sing their praises all the time. And
I sent a lot of
you
people to
buy-
Hershey's.
and you spent a lot of money with them.
I spent a lot of money with them.
You should be.
It's all. It's like I want to, like if they do have that program where you get so much money per
Yeah.
order. I want to make another account just for that. So when I order Herrschners, I'll use my affiliate link and have it sent to Kevin's mom's house. That way I get my discount or I get my kickback.
No, because see, I can't get away with a secret yarn haul because I have to hook somebody else up too when I do mine.
You know how you get around that? Just have it sent to my house.
Got it.
See? Always thinking.
Exactly.
And I have no idea why I didn't get it. But by the way, look at this beautiful yarn that showed up.
Have you ever got anything from like what is it, yarn.com? Is it webs?
Yep, it's Webs. I used to do a lot of yarn shopping through Webs.
That was an old company.
Because I know they have some of the more bougie.
Yep.
They have all kinds of stuff.
So if you're looking for a good price on bougie yarn, you need to do littleknits.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard you say that.
Littleknits.com is going to be your best friend for bougie yarn.
Anything in
Because
particular?
the Zobber balls. Have you heard of the Zobber balls?
Yep.
Okay, so they're like $30 a piece.
Those little
But-
balls that you got for
Oh, those were the little.
yeah, for
They're like little. It's like balls about like this big.
Yeah,
they're like,
about-
and
yeah,
they're
about
like
it.
it's like sock yarn.
Uh-huh. They're normally $30 a piece. But Little Knits had them at one time where you bought 5 in a bag for $65. So
Wow.
for $65, I got 5 of those. So it was like $150 for 65.
Wow.
And they do have Malabrigo.
Ooh.
And the last time that I looked, the Malabrigo was like $12 a hank.
Oh. Yeah, because it's about
See?
$4 more a hank. Usually.
See, I'm not a bad influence at all.
Not at all. Not much.
I have nothing to do.
Are you looking? Rebecca's looking it up like right now.
See?
And she loves Queensland and
They have it.
and Juniper Moon,
that's what I'm dating right
and that's the two that she loves. And so
when
anybody
they,
that has that,
when they discontinued the Queensland 4,
yeah,
where it had the 4 solid colors,
yeah,
I bought some from Little Knits as Queensland was phasing that out. I bought it. I was buying it.
aw dang,
and then they have Cascade and yeah, they got bougie yarn.
A lot of Barocco.
They do
Kendall
have
starting to have
Barocco.
a lot of Barocco. Becky
Yep.
likes Barocco too.
Barocco's a nice yarn.
But see, a lot of that stuff, that's weird. A lot of that stuff I use for knitting. Like if I'm gonna knit, I knit with. That's the stuff I usually knit with.
Try crochet with it. You're gonna love it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I want to do something that Hank of Sagittarius. I've actually got a couple of them, and I'd like to do something with that because I love that color in that.
Yeah, that was a pretty color.
And there's a green too. It's called. I'm gonna butcher the Spanish. Hojas
Mhm.
is the color of it. It's Malabrigo, and it's like the prettiest green. Um, 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 um. I've got some of it. It's this one. Silence is deafening.
Well, I could cackle like a hen. How many eggs do you want?
Oh. Did you say that?
It's this color.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Ooh, I like that.
Did you say that Kevin was going to play his piano?
Yep.
When is it?
I'm shooting for this weekend.
Okay. Do you know when?
Off the top of my head, no.
Okay.
But when we figure it out, I'll send you a text.
Okay. Thanks.
I'll make sure you guys know.
Okay.
Well, one time, I'm gonna have to get my my git fiddle and play.
There you go. You should brush up on your Christmas and do a Christmas thing for next year.
Yeah, I can do that.
That way it gives you all year long to practice and
To practice.
get things ironed out.
Good idea.
That is a good idea.
Not as good as a yarn sale idea, but you know. But yeah, no, you really should. I mean, that'd be awesome for you to practice all year long. And
yeah, and then do something at Christmas time.
yeah, because there's a
That's
lot of
actually a really good idea.
old people don't have anybody on Christmas.
And I'll give what's going on, Mixed Mutt? I give MDL a lot of credit. He's doing that thing
12 hours.
Christmas Eve.
Yep,
Christmas.
It's a 12-hour show, and he's coming on at 8:00 Christmas Eve, and he's going till like 8:00 Christmas morning.
Yeah.
And so me and Kevin will be at his mom's when it starts. But when we get back from that, I'm gonna hop on live with him. I'll be on his live for a while.
Right on. That's really cool. I
And
know
then
we're gonna be out of town for Christmas.
I hope you guys have a good time.
Oh, we will. We always, my son is gonna be overseas. My oldest one just got back. And then we're going over to. We're gonna spend Christmas with Becky's kids.
Oh, very nice.
So it'll be you always have a blast. We have a good time. And this year, I can't wait. It's Puerto Rican and Mexican food. It'll be bomb.
Okay, I'm coming to your house, and then we'll go to Becky's kids.
Hey, come on, man! I'm sure the rates on the train aren't that bad now.
I'll go in your pocket.
It's just a long ride.
Yeah. But if you take some crochet and some knitting, look how much you'd get done.
This is true.
That's it. 5 grandkids.
Yeah. So, okay, guys, we've been at this 2.5 hours. Linda, I thank you for coming up with us.
For having me.
It's been a really pleasure meeting you and getting to talk to you and stuff. Because you're a faster crocheter than I am.
She's amazing.
Yeah. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, please go check out her channel. She's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
And of course, there's I still haven't got this
Left and right.
left and right thing. And also check out Russ. It's Raining Yarn, my good friend. His lives are always a kick in the head. I mean, we have a good time on his lives. And I appreciate you guys coming up with me and hanging out tonight.
Well, thanks for letting us.
It's really cool. And Linda, please email me after.
Sure thing. Yep.
Because I got some.
All right.
So, and then for everybody that's came to watch tonight, thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.